Let's be honest for a second. Do you eat the same amount of food as your husband, or do you eat less? Because nowadays, it is almost treated as a law of nature that women should eat less than men. Have you ever felt that tiny sting of embarrassment after taking a second helping, or had someone make a comment about your plate? Most women have been conditioned to shrink themselves, to nibble on salads while the men in their lives eat real meals, and yet the weight keeps climbing anyway. Meanwhile, Japanese women are eating white rice every single morning and staying lean well into their 70s. Something is wrong with what we have been told about breakfast. And honestly, if you feel like the common diet advice for women is a complete lie, you are right. This is why I get so fired up about this topic, because the science of why Japanese women stay so lean has nothing to do with starving themselves. It is not about willpower or being good. It is about a specific biological signal sitting on their breakfast table. And before you think this is just another video about eating your greens, stay with me, because the food at the center of this is something most Western women would not even touch, and yet it is doing something to their gut bacteria that your healthy low-fat yogurt could never do. I hear you thinking, oh God, should I change my beloved breakfast for this strange thing? But let me ask you something right there and then. Do you think people who are thin only eat tasteless things? Think again. This food actually ranks in the top 10 most flavorful things for people who understand how to eat it. And the best part is, you can actually add it to what you are already eating. Before I show you how this one food fixes that chaotic factory, I need to know where you are starting from. What do you even eat for breakfast? Anyway, are you on the savory side or the sweet side? I always have this discussion with my husband, because you are usually on one of two sides. You are either on the bacon and eggs, salty, savory side, or you are on the sweet side with cereals and fruit. Let me know in the comments which side you are on, because it actually tells me a lot about your metabolism. Now, while you are typing that out, let's talk about the food Westerners are terrified of, natto. It is fermented soybeans, and I know the word fermented sounds like a science experiment, but in Japan, this is the metabolic holy grail. Most women are told that to lose weight, they need to count every calorie, but if your gut bacteria are out of balance, counting calories is like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. Your gut is like a factory floor, and after decades of processed diet foods, most Western women have a factory that is understaffed and chaotic. You have bacteria in there that are literally making you hungrier and telling your body to park fat right on your belly. And here is something most people never think about. How did the factory get so chaotic in the first place? Because the Western breakfast is basically a masterclass in feeding the wrong workers. Orange juice, which everyone thinks is healthy, is essentially liquid sugar that hits your bloodstream within minutes. Cereals that say whole grain on the box but have more sugar than a cookie. Low-fat yogurt packed with sweeteners to make up for the missing flavor. Every single morning, millions of women are sitting down to a breakfast that looks responsible and feels like self-discipline, but is actually feeding the bad bacteria, the ones that make you hungrier by mid-morning, the ones that tell your body to store fat around the organs, the ones that keep the factory in a constant state of chaos. And then those same women are told they just need more willpower. It is infuriating. Natto is like hiring a whole new crew of expert workers for that factory. It is packed with a very specific bacteria called Bacillus subtilis that survives your stomach acid and goes to work immediately. It changes the ratio of your gut bacteria so your body stops acting like it is in a state of emergency. When your gut is happy, your body stops hoarding fat around your organs. That deep, dangerous belly fat that nobody can seem to move. That is often just a signal from a stressed out gut. I know, it sounds like magic. But the only magic here is thousands of years of Japanese tradition that we are just now catching up to. And here is the part that really makes me laugh about Western diet advice. We are told to avoid carbs like they are poison, but Japanese people eat rice at almost every meal. The difference is what they eat alongside those carbs. Natto contains an enzyme that helps your body process food so much more efficiently than the rice does. Not cause the same fat storage spike. You are not bad at eating. You have just been given the wrong combinations. Now I also want to say something directly to the women in this community who are in their 60s, 70s, or even 80s, because I see this question in the comments all the time. Women asking, is it too late for me? And I want to be very clear about this. Your gut bacteria replace themselves constantly. The microbiome is not a fixed thing that got set in stone at 40 and never changed again. It is a living, breathing, ever-changing garden. It does not matter if you are 50, 60, 70, or 80 years old. You can start replanting that internal garden tomorrow morning. The body is always listening. It is always responding. And the women who feel the biggest shift are often the ones who had the most chaotic gut to begin with, because there is so much room for improvement. So please do not count yourself out. The garden can always be replanted. Now let's talk about why Japanese women are not just eating this food because it is healthy. They are eating it because it actually tastes incredible. And this is the part that Western diet culture completely misses. There is a fifth taste. Most people know sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. But there is a fifth one called umami, and it is the deep, savory, satisfying taste that makes you feel genuinely full and content after a meal rather than already thinking about the next snack. Natto is loaded with umami. That is why Japanese women are not sitting at the table feeling deprived while their husbands eat real food. They are eating something that hits a completely different set of taste receptors, something that sends a very loud signal to the brain that says, "We are done, we are satisfied, we do not need anything else for hours." That is not discipline, that is biology. And that is exactly why a low-fat rice cake will never do what natto does, because a rice cake has no umami, no satisfaction signal, and no gut bacteria. It is just air with the vague memory of food. Now, I know the texture of natto can be a little stringy. It has personality, but women will spend years choking down bland rice cakes and diet shakes that taste like chalk, and then they get scared of a little fermented soy? Give me a break. If you want your spark back, you have to stop eating like a bird and start eating for your biology. In Japan, they mix it with a little mustard and soy sauce and eat it over warm rice. Picture it for a second. The steam rising from the bowl, the deep savory smell, the way the mustard cuts through the richness and makes the whole thing feel alive. It is savory, it is filling, and it tells your brain we are satisfied. No more looking for a snack an hour after breakfast. The biggest mistake I see, and this drives me crazy, is women who try natto and then cook the life out of it because they think it needs to be hot. If you boil it or fry it on high heat, you kill the very bacteria you bought it for. You are literally burning your medicine. You want it room temperature or just warmed by the rice underneath it, and for heaven's sake, do not expect the scale to move in 24 hours. Your gut microbiome is an ecosystem, not a light switch. It takes a few weeks to prune the weeds and grow the flowers. But once those flowers bloom, your appetite changes, your energy changes, that must-have sugar feeling in the afternoon just vanishes. I know some people are going to say this is all nonsense and that women can eat whatever they want as long as they move more. If you think that, feel free to tell me I am wrong in the comments, but I have spent too many years watching women eat like rabbits and still struggle with their weight to believe that eat less is the answer. The Japanese are not lean because of a gym membership. They are lean because their breakfast sends a different set of instructions to their cells. So here is your mission. Find some natto. Look in the frozen section of an Asian grocery store. Try it for a week. Mix it into your savory breakfast side. Stop being afraid of your appetite. Your body is not your enemy. It has just been waiting for the right signals, and now you know exactly what those signals are. Comment the word recipe below if you want me to make a full beginner's guide on how to actually prepare this so it tastes amazing. I read every single one of your comments, and if enough of you want it, I will show you exactly how I make it. Have a nice day.